Hi everybody, my name is Sera Jo. This week I'm co-hosting music lessons with Carlos. See you!
Welcome everybody to another live session in music lesson webinar with Carlos. Today we will cover different topics such as ear training, music theory, keyboard skills, chord progressions, and contemporary voicings. We also have some new piano tutorials, so stay tuned and let's get started. Okay, welcome to another lesson, and thanks Sera Jo for that introduction with Armando's Rumba by Corea. Yeah, just Sera practicing the other day, and I thought that was actually a great take. Okay, so we're gonna warm up. We're gonna start with our Triad Qualities. First, we're gonna establish the feeling of the triads. Yeah, just the feeling of the triads. What is it? Is it major? Is it major flat 5? Is it diminished? This is sus4, sus2. Okay, and I'm gonna be changing keys all the time. I'm gonna play a triad and I'm gonna wait for a couple seconds until we recognize, and then I'm gonna move on to another key. And then we're gonna take it to other levels. Okay, so here we go. First triad. What is it? Minor. Next. Diminished. Next one. sus2. Next triad. Augmented. Next one. Another augmented. Next. sus2. Next one. Flat 5. Next one. Major. Okay, so now we're gonna take it to another level. Now I'm actually gonna give you the key centers. So I'm gonna say C and I play the triad. So you immediately recognize this triad is a major triad. So you are gonna visualize the notes. The C, the E, and the G in your mind's eye. So you actually can do this with your eyes closed. Okay, here we go. F sharp. Okay, so that's a minor triad. Yeah, so hopefully you have seen the F sharp, the A, and the C sharp. Okay, let's go to the next triad. A. major flat 5. Yeah, so I'm gonna just call the quality, so at the end you can corroborate if you got it correctly or not. Next one, F. sus2. Next one, A flat. Augmented. Next, D flat. sus4. Next, G sharp. Diminished. Next, G. sus4. Next one, E. Augmented. And one last one, B flat. Diminished. Okay. So now we're going to do another practice. We're going to try to go inside of the color. So far it's almost like we were zooming out of the feeling color of the triads and just without perceiving the quality. And of course, then we worked in 2 levels, just perceiving the feeling, and the other level, visualizing those triads in our mind's eye. Next, we are going to go kind of inside the color of each triad. So how about if we focus on hearing the third of the triad. Mi. And for that, we're going to use solfege. So if we have a major triad, or any triad with a major third, like a major augmented or a major flat 5, we're going to have a mi. If we have a minor triad or a diminished triad, we're going to have a me, flat 3. Now, if we have a sus4, we're going to have fa. So I'm using the concept of triads a bit more, I wouldn't say loosely, but incorporating. Yeah, the latest usages in pop and jazz and in contemporary music. And if I play, we play a sus2, then we have a 2, we're going to call it re. So here we go. Let's hear the third. Let's sing. Me. And then we check. Let's go to another one, B flat. Let's hear the third. Mi, and then we check. Let's go to another key, E flat. Now let's hear the third. Re. And let's go to A. Let's hear and sing the third. Mi. And let's go to G. And let's hear and sing the third. Me. Let's go to B flat. And let's hear the third, the sus4. Fa. And let's do one more. Let's go to G flat. And let's hear the third and sing the third. Mi. Okay, that's a great warm-up for today. Yeah, so we worked on our triads, and there are so many things that actually we should do. I want to move on, and I want to do another foundational practice. And no, before we do symmetrical dominant scales, yeah, that's coming up. I wanna work with my chromatic scales. Okay, again, why chromatic scales? Because just in one scale, ascending and descending, we cover the whole, all the movable do solfege syllables. Yeah, so what we're gonna do is, again, we have 2 levels. Yeah, we have 2 levels. One, we're gonna sing and play do, di, re, mi, fa, much slower, of course. And then once we feel comfortable, we're still gonna play a pedal, but we're gonna sing the scale, but we're not gonna play it. We're gonna touch Yeah, so we still create the kinesthetic connection on our instrument. Yeah, but we're gonna sing only. Yeah, do, di, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, and so on. So you already can see how that is gonna translate more and more and be able to hear whatever we hear and be able to play it, but with the added advantage by adding language, a language type like movable do solfege. We also develop the cognitive side. Yeah, so we're also understanding more about what we do. Yeah, one of my projects, yeah, and I want to start working with some bebop 251 lines. Nevertheless, I want to do them with solfege syllables in all 12 keys. I'm already working out with some of my students, and we're having a lot of fun. Yeah, so next, I don't know if next week, but coming soon to this channel. So now let's work together. Let me zoom in. I can zoom in a bit. Yeah, this is better. So we're gonna play and sing. That's the first level. Do, di, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, si, la, li, ti, do. Descending. Do, ti, te, la, le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. Okay, this is level 1. Level 2. We're gonna sing, but we're not gonna play. We're still gonna touch, again, the notes, just to continue creating the kinesthetic connection of the meaning, the sound, with the right hand movement. Okay, but we're not gonna play. So we have to really get our memories together. Do, di, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, si, la, li, ti, do. Good, we're together. Now descending. Do, ti, te, la, le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. Okay. Hopefully we were good. We were together. Now we're gonna work with in bass clef. So bass clef is different, yeah? So we're gonna play a pedal, but now a major triad is a pedal. And we're gonna play our bass line. So let's do it. Let's do it. Do, di, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, si, la, li, ti, do. Descending. Do, ti, te, la, le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. Okay, now we're gonna take it to another level. I'm still gonna play the triad as pedal, but now we are gonna sing but not play. We're still gonna touch the keys, yeah? Yeah, I'm gonna just maybe touch them with one finger to show the note relation. But you know, if you can work with your appropriate fingerings, that would be the best. So here we go. Do, di, re, mi, fa, fi, sol, si, la, li, ti, do. Descending. Do, ti, te, la, le, sol, se, fa, mi, me, re, ra, do. Okay, great. Yeah, so we covered our chromatic scales. And now, the next step, some of my students were asking me, Carlos, can you do some of the other type of scales like hybrid scales? Yes. We're gonna work with our symmetrical dominant scale. Yeah, so here we have, this is actually a nice layout. If you've been studying with me for a while, yeah, I've been here teaching in Facebook for almost 2 years now. So I use a technique called a cluster technique. A cluster is a word that comes from 20th century classical music. It means a chord made out of consecutive seconds. Okay, so that's what we're gonna do. So left hand, we're gonna play either usually if it's a major scale, would be the lower 4 notes, lower tetrachord, and with the right hand, upper tetrachord. But in this case, since we have an octatonic scale, yeah, we have a hybrid scale, we have a true 8-note scale, yeah, so in doubling the octave is gonna be 9 notes. Yeah, so we're gonna have to play 5 notes with the left and 4 with the right, or vice versa, 4 with the left and 5 with the right. So why don't we start? I'm gonna play 4 with the left, 5 with the right. For some reason that works better for me. Okay, so here we go. Do, ra, re, mi, fi, sol, la, ti, do. Okay, this scale, yeah, why don't let's analyze this scale. Yeah, what's this scale about? Okay. So this is again symmetrical dominant. This scale is connected to a dominant chord. Yeah, so do, ra, re, mi, fi, sol, la, ti, do. Yeah, and that's how we're gonna play. Eventually, actually, it would be great if we can play this scale with some type of a voicing. Maybe, how about in this case, maybe a 3, 13 flat 9, 3, 13 flat 7 flat 9. And then we can play our scale. Do, ra, re, mi, fi, sol, la, ti, do. We can go to another key. Do, ra, re, mi, fi, sol, la, ti, do. And so on. Yeah, but maybe that's a further up. Today is our introduction with this scale. And also, maybe one day we can actually play this scale in all 12 keys, because it has a very unique fingering setup. Yeah. Very unique fingering, yeah. So then it would be good to take it apart, yeah, and then working with all the different aspects of this scale. Okay, so now here's analysis. This is a chord scale harmony type of analysis. So we have a root, flat 9, sharp 9, 3, sharp 11, 5, 13, flat 7, and root. And then I can see the scale, but from another point of view. I can see the scale from a point of view of language. Yeah? So I can have my do, ra, re, mi, fi, sol, la, ti, do, ti, la, sol, fi, mi, re, ra, do. You can see already the applications. Language is great for singing and all the melodic lines, yeah? And then we can kind of not just sing them, but also it helps us understand. It helps us the cognitive side, yeah? Okay, we know that we're on re or mi or fi or sol or such a symmetrical dominant scale in such a key. Now, let's go back to our scale analysis, yeah? So what we're gonna do is, okay, we even can start creating our voicings. So how about we can create this voicing with a root on top. Yeah, and I'm using just notes of the symmetrical dominant scale. Yeah, how about maybe I can create this voicing with a flat 9 on top. Okay, maybe a re on top. Yeah, maybe mi on top, fi on top. No. Yeah. 5, 6 on top. Flat 7 on top. And we go back to root on top. And let's see, what can I do with root on top? I can maybe do. Yeah, it's a very unique scale. Yeah, we can work out with a lot of different voicing. So now I want to go back to language. Yeah, whoops, no, that's not it. I want to go back to solfege. Back to solfege, and we're going to construct this scale in as many keys as possible. How about let's just go ascending only. Next week we should do all the scales descending. Yeah, we're going to sing and play. Okay, follow me. Do, ra, re, mi, fi, sol, la, ti, do. Now let's go to F. Slowly. Do, ra, re, mi, fi, sol, la, ti, do. And let's go to B flat. work on E flat. And here we go. Do, ra, re, mi, fi, sol, la, ti, do. A flat and do, ra, re, mi, fi, sol, la, ti, do. And I want to do two new keys, yeah, two more keys. How about if we do G and D? Yeah, that's a bit easier. So here we go, G. Do, ra, re, mi, fi, sol, la, ti, do. And let's work with D. Okay. And here we go. This type of workout we should do in all 12 keys, and then we should even use some type of patterns, yeah, so then it helps us with our improvisation development. Okay, good. Okay, so we went too deep into theory. So I want to do one more thing, yeah, that is actually very important. I want to work with intervals. Why? Because intervals is always the basis. We have solfege, our language, and intervals, which helps us visualize anything. Yeah, when we have intervals from a minor second all the way to a 13th, and we should work with them ascending and descending, yeah, in order to be able to create any voicing within the chord scale system in any key. Okay. So now we're going to work with a major 7. Major 7, the way we're going to visualize it is 5.5 whole steps. So 5 whole steps and a half. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. Ascending or descending, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. Here is my cycle of fourths. So what we're going to do is we're going to take this major 7 interval and we're going to change. The next is going to be F. Then we're going to change our hands, and the next hand is going to be B flat. We're going to change hands, okay, so on. So why don't we practice? Let's start. C, F, B flat, E flat, A flat, D flat, G flat, B, E, A, D, G, and C. This is a great practice, yeah? I want to do the same, yeah, but I want to change cycles now. I want to change my cycles. I want to go to cycle of fifths. We're going to do the same, ascending, but now changing cycles. So let's start. C, G, D, A, E, B, G flat, D flat, A flat, E flat, B flat, F, and C. Okay, so that was a nice major 7 workout, and now we're going to do the same, but we're going to go descending, and I want to change cycles now. We're going to go to this cycle of minor thirds. Okay, cycle of minor thirds, yeah, is ascending, different. So we have A, C, E flat, F sharp, A, D flat, E, G, B flat, D, F, A flat, B. So and we're always moving clockwise, and now we're going to go 5.5 steps. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. Okay, so the startup note is now the top note. So why don't we start? Key of C, C, E flat or D sharp, F sharp, A, D flat or C sharp, probably C sharp better in this case, E, G, B B flat or A sharp? Probably A sharp, even better. D, F, A flat or G sharp, and B. Good. So I want to do another one. I want to do another cycle. I want to practice this one. One more pass. Let's work with the cycle. We haven't done the cycle yet. It's a cycle of major thirds but descending. So we have a C, A flat, E, B, G, a B, G, E flat, B flat, F sharp, B, A, F, D flat, and we go back to C. Always clockwise. We follow those cycles clockwise. And we have here our major 7 descending. Yeah, same. And the startup note is a top note. Why don't we start? C. A flat or G sharp. E. B. G. E flat or D sharp. A sharp. F sharp. D. A, F, C sharp, and we go back to C. Okay, I would suggest you, that practice all your intervals. At the very beginning, I ask my students to practice all our intervals from a minor second to a major 7, ascending and descending. Then we take the extended intervals. We take the flat 9s and 9 sharp 9s, 11 sharp 11s, flat 13s and 13s, ascending and descending. So when we integrate the shapes, and the meanings of all those intervals, then it's to be able to build any voicing. It's no big deal. It's just you already have the previous perceptual steps well developed. So we were in E flat. And we say, okay, I want to build this voicing: sharp 11, 5, flat 13, flat 7, 9. How about here a 13? I'm going to have a flat 9. No, I can't. A 3. And here I'm going to have a 13 on top. And I can just start building, building and building and building, and there is no restrictions. Okay, now let's move on to some more fun stuff. This is kind of musicianship, and I like to do, even when I teach privately, almost half of the lesson is just musicianship, building, chopping wood, and the other half is repertoire, and we jam and we play and we apply. So when I do that, I find that in myself and in all my students, we have the highest level of growth. So I want to do this also in my online webinars. At least half is going to be chopping wood. It's going to be musicianship development, perceptual development, and then we're going to go to application. So now let's watch this video. 1, 2. Okay, so first I want to thank Sera for giving us another video of his jazz, blues, and all 12 keys, comping with left-hand walking bass line. And I want to say that also those voicings and those walking bass lines are different in all 12 keys. This is not just a copy and paste work. So this is actually extremely useful. So why don't we watch? 1, 2, 3. Okay, great, and I'm gonna put also the link where Sera is making those charts available. But even just with the video, we can just go through the video and let's see, Okay, so if I'm going to analyze, actually what we can do is also take this bass line and play it down an octave. Why not? Yeah, why not? And then it's going to sound great also. Yeah, and then also it gets another life. So let's listen to this video again and let's see if we can play along. We can play along. If we cannot read the whole thing, we can just play along with one hand. Just play the bass line or just work with those voicings. Yeah, those are nice 3-note voicings. Yeah, very nice. Yeah, very nice 3-note voicings. Okay, let's go through the tutorial once again.
One, two, 3.
Okay, great. Nice tutorial. I wish I had that material when I was a student at Berkeley. Good. So now let's move on. Yeah. So now, since we're talking about blues, and let me change my camera setup. So last week we worked with a F blues, and it's pretty much the progression is almost the same. You know, I think it's the same harmony. You know, the same 2/5s, the same placements. Yeah, the one that Sera Joe is using. So last week we worked with our left hand. Yeah, and now I want to do a bit of a review. Okay, first I want to play the left hand, but I'm gonna play those chords with my right hand. Then we're gonna play those is right hand, and then I'm gonna show you. We're gonna go to another level. We are going to do some left hand workouts, yeah, on those voicings. Okay, so first level, we just play the chords. Yeah, just get used to the chords. B flat. This is a 13-9 chord. Down C minor, we have a 9. Resolve it to a 13-9. We have a B flat, and then we have a B diminished with a 9. Ooh, this is a spicy chord, F7, and A minor 7 flat 5, yeah, just straight, and then we have a D7 flat 13 flat 9, G minor 7, and then C7. Then we have a turnaround, 1 6 2 5. Okay. Next step, we should play this now, work with our left hand. For that, ideally, we should have a backup track. So I have a backup track ready, and let me just set up my volumes are not too loud. Let me see. See, let's just set up the right volumes first. Okay, that sounds like a wrong corridor to me. Okay, here we go. Left hand workout. 1, 2, 3, and add your own rhythm. Good, good. Okay, we're gonna take it to another level. What should we do next? How about we're gonna do a stride? So we're gonna play left hand root and then the chord. But when we have two chords within a measure, then we're just gonna play the chord because it's kind of, this is a half note kind of a harmonic rhythm left hand pattern. Yeah, so why don't we try? Okay, so first without rhythm, or you can just anticipate, you know, if you want. So here we go. Oh, 1, 2, left root. Now we're gonna play chord and chord. Chord, chord, B flat, B natural, F. We'll play chord, chord, chord. Now we go back to stride. And then just chord. Now I'm gonna take the bass away. Yeah, it would be nice to practice with drums. Why not? Okay, so I'm gonna mute my bass and let's practice with drums only. Yeah, our left hand. This is a left hand workout with drums. Here we go. 2, 1, 2, 3, and okay, that's a nice workout. What else could we do with our single chord? We could play the voicing with our right hand and then do a walking bass line. But the problem with this is that I would have to write the bass line for you. Okay, do I have the bass line somewhere? Maybe I have it somewhere. But that's another one. Yeah, I think I covered once all the rules of walking bass line. Okay, so that's another way of working out with our close position voicings. Next week, I'm announcing what I'm gonna do next week. We're gonna work with our open voicing. See, those are nice voicing and fourths. We don't have time today, but next week we're gonna do this. Yeah, that's already on my agenda. Okay, good. So now let's move on. I wanna do some Latin piano. Okay, I'm back. So what we're gonna work now is with a syncopated style, yeah, also called Pambiche. Last week we worked with a straight style called Derecho, yeah. So we have both the Derecho styles and the Pambiche styles, syncopated styles, and today is syncopated comping patterns. And let's listen and play along.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, so now let's look back. What is this? So we are in the key of C minor now. And we have a G7 resolving back to a C minor. Yeah, and our pattern 3. And okay, let's listen to it again. And we're gonna practice now. Now we're able to read. And here we go, we're gonna practice.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, so now we're gonna do the same,
1,
but in slower tempo. Yeah, we're gonna go from 240 to 180 beats per minute. So let's practice together.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, so now we're gonna continue our practice, but now without the piano, only bass and percussion. And while you do, I would like you to pay attention to how the percussion and the bass, they change a bit, yeah, from the one section to another one. So here we go, let's practice together.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, and now we are going to practice also without the piano, but at 248 beats per minute. Yeah, so let's get ready. Here we go.
1, 2, 1, 2.
Okay, I hope you enjoy this pattern. This reminds me my early days when I was a student at Berkeley and I was playing salsa and merengue almost every night to help myself paying for my tuition. Okay, but that actually helped me so much, you know, so I learned so much. I was able to play with so many great musicians from Santo Domingo, from Puerto Rico and Cuba. Yeah, and yeah, just assimilate, and they were always so gracious, yeah, and in teaching me so much of what they knew. Okay, so now it's time to say goodbye. So, thank you for being with me in this live broadcast. We covered a lot of material, and we're going to continue to do so in our next class. I'll see you next week, same time, same channel. Until then, have a wonderful week. Practice your instrument every day, and listen, and play lots of good music. See you next week.